Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 47 yards on the ground.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back.
We're going to sign. Mike 54. You ain't doing nothing today.
A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Darnold down to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. They find some open field here. A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Chopper. Just slant. Go.
Off the play fake. Love. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll give to the big fullback use check. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Check. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold with the extra point. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. You can't want to kiss it on the ground.
This is Coleman, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. These two teams all tied after one. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a third down. From the gun on third down. Love looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. Open man is Pettis. It's complete.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the gun on third down. Love. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback?
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Hey, heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Slam, slam. Yeah. 54 is Mike.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 78 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the boat. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Third and long, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Love. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Looking to throw. Love. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd and short. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Back to throw. Love escaping the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. Going to throw right side here, complete. That's it, buddy. We got work. So we've hit an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, Love. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Love. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw. Love. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Willis drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. D Ford in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run it with Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Again, it's Bell. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Coleman now. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, team. Big series.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now, there's also a flag to go with it. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Love. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full...
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the defense has got it. And this is recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that
under pressure, they got him again. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Ready, go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the Jets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it...
Darnold, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Coleman. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Kill, kill, kill. Check 24. Check 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Ready, go.
Off the play fake. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. And Darnold, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Gold for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last throw now for Darnold. They will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big offensive